So we're here today with Stuart Wilson, and he's a marketing director of More2life. Thanks for joining us this morning, Stuart. So what are your expectations of today's FSE?
Our expectations are manifold actually. What's great about these type of events is it's an opportunity for us to meet lots of new brokers and advisors who aren't necessarily perhaps specialists in our market, which is lifetime mortgages, equity release. So it's a great chance to meet people and discuss the kind of solutions that we have in the retirement lending space that they might not have thought of before when they're discussing retirement solutions with their clients. So it's a fantastic opportunity to meet new people, spread the word, promote the brand.
Now, it was recently announced by the FCA that the lifetime mortgages will be granted MCD exempt status. Why is that important to the market, do you think?
I think it's important because, as the Treasury itself said, or pointed out, equity release market is already regulated. There's already quite a heavy burden of regulation, quite rightly so, on equity release and lifetime mortgages. And I think there's a recognition that there isn't at this point any need to put another layer of regulation over the top of this industry. We've seen the impact that new regulation can have on this market. I mean, I'm thinking to a year or so ago when the MMR came in, and that has had an impact, for example, on interest served lifetime mortgages, where clients are looking to meet the interest payments on their lifetime mortgages. With MMR regulation, that is now subject to affordability tests, and that's had an impact on the way clients approach that type of solution. So I think it's important from an industry point of view, and it's a recognition that we already are in a tightly regulated market, and rightly so for this type of business and type of clients we're talking to.
Now, with regards to the over 50s market, do you think it's got a bit of an image problem, and if so, is there a way to change that, do you think?
I think it already is changing, to be honest. Perhaps a few years ago there would have been an image of this being a rather boring market, particularly in the retirement income space. It tended to be a case of either you sell a client a lifetime annuity, or if you're in the exciting end of the market, you might be talking to them about drawdown. I think that's changed now, and there are many more options that are being discussed with clients. And if you look at the pension reforms that have just come into play, it's going to open up this market to all kinds of innovation, and in the retirement lending space that we particularly focus in, I think there are huge opportunities there, and so that actually this is a very exciting part of the market to be working in. So if you're an advisor, you're talking to clients about retirement, this is a great market to be in. So I think that image is probably changing now.
And do you think, with regards to the advice for any intermediaries this year, do you have anything for them? Any particular advice?
I think the key piece of advice that we'd have is that the retirement lending space in particular is on the cusp of some incredible growth potential here. I mean, it is enormous. We get very excited in the equity release world about the fact that the market was 1.4 billion last year. It could be 2 billion this year, and that's great, and the growth trend is upwards. But when you compare that to the £1 trillion of housing wealth that the over 55s and the over 60s in the UK control, the potential is enormous. We've done some research just recently on the lending and retirement opportunity, and what that's shown is that about 2/3 of people over 55 are actually looking for new solutions, for lending solutions in retirement. And what's even more interesting is nearly 60% of over 55s have applied for some form of credit in the last 2 years. Now, most of that is credit cards, overdrafts, but it also includes payday loans. And I think it's crazy that we're in a situation now where people in their 50s and 60s are turning to payday lenders when they could be getting much cheaper finance from within their housing wealth. So the opportunities in this market to grow the market, to tap into that wealth, to deliver a better financial outcome for retirees is absolutely huge. So our advice to advisors, if you're in the retirement space, is to start talking to clients about housing wealth, because your clients will be looking for those solutions, and they're out there. You just need to be discussing them with them.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, thanks for your thoughts. Thanks for joining us. All right, enjoy the show.